My name is Emily. I'm 13 years old.
My name is Katie. I am 15 years old. Our dad is in the Coast Guard.
And this is their story.
My dad's in the Coast Guard and he's a chief petty officer. My dad left sometime last year
And was training the Iraqi Coast Guard to be more like the United States Coast Guard.
The thing that bothers me the most when my dad's gone is not having him around and not being able to talk to him when all of my friends are talking to their dads and whenever I go over to their houses and see their dads and stuff.
I think if I didn't have my friends to get by, it'd be a lot harder to get through the deployments because I wouldn't have a shoulder to cry on or someone just to help me get through it.
If I didn't have my friends to help me get by with the deployments, I think it would be a lot sadder than it actually is. This is my friend Sydney. This is my friend Mackenzie. When me, Sydney, Kenzie, and Katie were all in the bedroom, we talked about our deployments and how we missed our parents when they were gone and what we thought they might have felt like when they were gone. A friend is just one more resource you can turn to, like a guidance counselor or a teacher to rely on, but a friend is more like you and they know what you're going through and they're more your age and can tell if you're feeling upset about something.
When our dad was in Afghanistan for a year, that's kind of hard because he only gets to come home for 2 weeks, but then he has to leave again, and you don't want him to leave again.
It's probably easier when they don't come home for that little bit.
That's why I don't like R&R. Like, it's just teasing you. It's like they're coming back for 2 weeks, but then at the end of the 2 weeks, they're going back for however many months.
There was one time where he was in Georgia for 3 months, and we were going to Florida for a cheerleading competition, so we stopped and visited him, and it was kind of hard
It
because
was literally for a day.
yeah, that's all we got to see him was for one day. It was hard to leave again.
I wouldn't have done that.
My biggest fear when he's gone is that something is going to go wrong in his mission and he might not come home.
I worry about my dad all the time when he's gone. I cope with being scared by talking to my friends and just seeing how they would deal with it. Hardest part is not being able to hear from him for long segments.
Yeah, because then you don't know if he's okay, and if he's not okay, you have to worry, but he doesn't want you to worry.
And then, if something does happen, you don't get to know because you're not supposed to know.
The day my dad leaves is really emotional and sad and kind of like a droopy day. Just kind of terrible day.
When I know he's leaving again, I get kind of stressed and try to spend as much time with him as possible before he leaves.
When my dad's gone, I miss him a lot because we're so close. And I hate when he leaves because that means I can't spend any more time with him.
I actually asked my dad how he feels when he deploys, and he said he absolutely hates it. He knows he's doing good for our country, but he hates being away from his kids and making us sad and making us go through all the pain and suffering that we have to deal with while he's gone fighting for everyone else's freedom.
It's just the fact that you know that they're just as sad as we are, and you can tell because you never see them cry unless they're leaving.
Because when you're like a leader, your men look up to you, you can't cry there, and you can't have your kids crying because it'll make you upset for leaving and it'll make you feel like a bad parent because you're leaving your kids. So I know I have to take more responsibility and become more of a rock for my little sister and brother. When my dad's gone, Kevin feels that he needs to be the man of the house, and so if something breaks or even if something falls down, he needs to be right there and fixing it. It's hard when you have little siblings because you don't want to let them see you upset because then they're like, well, why is she upset? Something happened or daddy hurt or something?
Be the rock because you spend time with your little siblings more than your parents do because they're always around you, and sometimes they just keep looking at you like, what are they supposed to do?
My dad's missed 2 or 3 of my birthdays during his deployments. When my dad misses one of my birthdays, it's kind of hard, but I still have a great birthday and just make whatever I can out of it.
I think birthdays are really hard when dads are gone because you want to 11-year older, I want to celebrate it with my whole family, and Dad's not there. And
I didn't want to go to Christmas when he was gone in Afghanistan because I knew that all of my uncles were there and all of the kids had their dads there and they could open their presents and play with their presents with their dad, and then he wasn't there to hang out with. And we always went hunting during Christmas and I couldn't do that because he wasn't there.
And sometimes it's better to stay home because like the people on your street know what you're going through and they can help you at Christmas because you can celebrate with them instead of like just being with someone in your family but that doesn't know what you're going through because their dads are home.
well, when my little sister I know is sad, I give her a big hug and tell her, Dad loves you and he wouldn't want you to be sad, so you gotta be strong and he'll be home soon. When my dad leaves, I feel like I have to take more responsibility and just become like more of a parent than anything.
You always get a little more responsibility than you usually have because it's just like, oh, there's one less person in the house.
Like when my mom had to get ready for work, Maggie would always help us get ready in the mornings, and our grandma would take us to school.
And sometimes it's hard because the mom has to act like
Both the mom
like
and the dad.
she has to act like both of them and she has to act strong so we don't be sad, and then so does the older sibling.
Even
So
when
the
they
younger
wanna
one
cry.
so
They
the
just have
younger
to
one
be
doesn't get sad.
This past year that my dad was gone, me and my friends, we were able to we went and walked my dog a lot, and we went to the park and tumbled in the front yard and did stunts and cheerleading and stuff. We had a lot of fun.
My friends help me a lot when I'm sad. They comfort me and they hate to see me upset. They like to see me when I'm smiling and happy.
And here are Emily and Katie's words of wisdom.
A friend is just one more resource you can turn to, like a guidance counselor or a teacher.
I would recommend for other kids who are going through deployments to get a good group of friends to rely on.